What is up, guys? Another day, another video on the RX7. Today I am going to be working on getting the turbos all mounted up and getting the hood exit or the exhaust on them and all that stuff done, all the piping done today. So I have been working on this side right here. I got this side all bolted down, everything's nice and tight, it bolts and everything. Just messing with this. Had to flip-flop the wastegate around so that the ports came like this and I could run the exhaust like this. It looks pretty cool. Obviously still uglier than shit, but it's not a beauty contest. So, and then check it, my TPS sensor did finally come in. Frickin' Amazon. Supposed to be a 2-day delivery thing. Supposed to get it last week on Wednesday and it just showed up today on Monday. Like, dude, solid Amazon Prime. But I gotta go ahead and I threw this extra weave on this other cast manifold just because. And then I also need to switch this thing around too. I need to take it apart and get it so these ports are on the other side. Really simple. Been doing busy work today. Got the transmission pan with a new filter, so I need to do that. The only reason why I'm taking the pan off the transmission is because my pan leaks. So when we first did the turbo for 100, we tried to install the manual valve body ourselves. And when we did that, I gasket makered the whole pan. And so when I took it off, I had to pry the shit out of it. And so I'm pretty sure I bent it. And the front part of the pan does leak. So got a new pan gasket, got a new pan that's not bent like mine. So it should be all good to go. Sent out my ECU this morning. Hopefully they get it tomorrow and we'll see what they say is wrong with it. And yeah, basically goals for today, just get the turbo setup all done on it. I need to remount the intercooler, or not the intercooler, I need to remount the radiator. And then once I remount the radiator, I can plumb all the hoses, put the intercooler on, do all the intercooler piping, all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip-flop this wastegate and then put this other side on. Got all the exhaust stuff welded up. Just the easy, simple dump tube and hood exit. I've got 2 O2 bungs on both sides. Now I have 2 of them on there and I only do have one wideband in the car. So the Holley comes with 1 sensor and it's only set up for 1 sensor. And I'm only gonna do 1 sensor. But what I'm probably gonna do is just put a plug in one side, or I might get another gauge, just an extra gauge, and have it in the car. But more than likely what I'm just gonna do is, like when we're on the dyno, have 1 O2, have the dyno wideband in one side, and then the other side have the Holley, and just make sure they're close to each other. I imagine I'm not gonna have any issues like that, and I can always just pull it out and then put it in the other side after one run or whatever and just log it and see what it does. But yeah, gonna go ahead and get these installed really quick and then move on to the other stuff I gotta do. Check it out. Definitely is a little ugly, but it's a lot nicer looking than what it used to be. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I'm gonna see if I can maybe get a clip and show you guys what it used to look like on the old setup. I used to have a whole lot of more ghetto stuff done to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the oil feed return lines on it. I still need to make this side. I had to go get 45s for them, for the return lines, but I got them so I can get them made. I need to put the coils on it, but after that, after I get the oil feed and return lines on, I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up. While it's jacked up, I'm gonna take the trans pan off and do all that stuff, get that out of the way. And then after that, I need to make new mounts for the radiator and just install the intercooler stuff. Other than that, I don't know what else I have left to do. I'm sure I'll find something little to do. I can plug in all the harness and stuff like that, but these hiccups gonna be the death of me. Gonna get to it, gonna jack it up. Oil return line and feed lines are on. Nice and simple. Now, the only reason why I'd put 45s on these, let's see. So the reason why I put 45 fittings on these is because when you turn, it gets super close to the steering rod thing that goes over there. So it's super close, but it doesn't hit. Sorry if it's really dark. Anyways, gonna go ahead and drain the transmission pan and take it off and replace it. So after that, I think I'm gonna do, well, I have the car jacked up. I'm gonna go ahead and take I bought nice fittings for the transmission that are actual AN fittings, because right now it's got the stock ones that have a weird thread on them to a push lock fitting. And then the push lock fitting is just hose clamped onto it because I use regular AN line. Now I have nice AN fittings and the actual right adapters that go into the transmission, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those lines on there after that. Trans pan is on, obviously, with the new gasket. I had to weld a nut on the inside of it for the drain plug, but it works good. And then, so these are the nice lines. Obviously, regular AN stuff up there, just adapters, but I'll show you guys. So what I had on it before was this fitting right here, just hose clamped to the AN line. Obviously, I chopped it off. The other ones are much nicer and easier to install and put on and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead right now and really, there's not a whole lot left. I just need to put some oil in it, put trans fluid in it, hook up the trans cooler, put the radiator on. Right now, I actually think I'm going to redo the fill neck on my radiator. I wanna modify this and chop this off and then raise it up and get it more straight in the car, because if I remember before, it was really hard to bleed and almost impossible to bleed all the air out of it because it would just like pour out the side and it would never fill up all the way because it was so low. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop this off and then weld some new stuff to it and take these fans off and stuff. All kinds of progress today. I didn't film it, but I did get the sway bar off. Cut that bar out that's in the middle too. The sway bar is kind of a pain in the ass to take out, so I ended up just cutting the majority of this stuff off of it. I did get the trans cooler in here. It's just on the back side of the radiator, or the front side of the radiator. It's got the actual AN lines, the AN fittings on it. Have to tie those lines up still. We're just messing with the intercooler, making sure that it all fits. I actually think so this thing, all this paneling right here gets filled in by the thing that goes on the front of the nose. So the only place there is for air to come in is right under here. So what I think I'm gonna do is make some type of ducting that comes, has just like a spacer off on both sides. And then it has a piece of plate that's angled so it'll shoot air and scoop air up towards the radiator, and then also scoop air towards the intercooler, or else this thing gets like no airflow up through this little nose area here. Now, stock, it has this big front lip on it, and with this big ass front lip on it, it definitely does help direct the air up into the nose of it, but I don't think it works all that well. And I know for a fact if I put a piece of plate under there that scoops it up into an angle, it'll work really well. So I'll probably do that tomorrow though. It's late as shit here today, and I need to get this video edited. Check this shit out also. It's Colorado, right? And it should be springtime. Last week it was like almost 80 degrees, and then now, check this shit. It's snowing. What is going on, dude? That's ridiculous. Anyways, I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. More progress on the RX7 today. A lot of stuff going on for the final time. Shouldn't have to touch it unless like the oil feed return lines leak or anything like that. I think tomorrow I should be able to put fluids in it, and I'm gonna see if I can borrow the ECU from the Falcon just to try and start it up tomorrow. We'll see. Still got a decent amount of stuff to do, but I could just sloppy turn it on and get it to where it starts up, and then still have a decent amount of work to do, but I really just want to start it up. I don't know why. I just really want to drive it. But I think I'm going to just go ahead tomorrow, finish up the little things, and then see about starting it. So hopefully tomorrow Holly will get my ECU, and they'll tell me what's wrong with it and what they're going to do with it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am tired. It's a lot of work working on this RX7, so I really hope you guys enjoy these videos. I know they're a lot of talking and just showing you guys what I'm doing, but the end is near. This thing is almost finished, so after it is finished, I'll be able to race it hopefully all season with no issues, minus possibly change up the turbo setup. So hopefully this turbo comes that I won in a raffle. I'll show you guys a video of it. But anyways, I'm signing out for now. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do the damn thing. And until next time, guys, see ya.